Welcome back. It's another episode of Bleacher Talk, and today we are greatly joined. Greatly joined. I don't know what that means.
Greatly adjoined, greatly joined. We're greatly joined together here. Oh, I could accidentally marry you two right now. Wouldn't that piss off your parents? Although I'm one of them and I'd be here. I'm a
We are
reverend.
joined
We're
today
gathered here today.
by our WNBA semi-expert,
Josephine.
Josephine,
Thank you.
Joey, Elizabeth Rios, Maher
The third.
the fifth.
Now everybody can look me up.
Now they can
That's
stalk
a
her. Take that
thing.
back. What's her name? Take all those names away.
Sorry, her real
It's
name's
just
Alberta.
Alberta.
But we were joined today by Joey. She is a semi-new sports fanatic, and definitely has her areas of expertise and with opinions when it comes to some certain sports. Some sports we still just go to enjoy what we like to call the game day experience.
Yes.
In other times, we go to the events because we know the players and we get to cheer on what we like to do. One of those things, obviously, is college basketball. Big Hawkeyes fan. Go Hawks. Have to. Excited
Joey,
for it.
he so converted you. You're kind of an
Really?
easy convert, just so you know.
I don't know if it's converting. Is it really converting somebody if she didn't have anything before?
I was gonna say there is nothing to convert me from, so
Influenced. You're an influencer, Will.
I mean, it's just kind of interesting that not once but now twice in the Thomas family that we've brought in some people who
Not
have
me.
no, Mom, because no one can compare or convert you to do anything that you don't want to.
True that.
But my dad.
Yeah, because your stepmom Laura
Stepmom
was
Laura,
totally
no basketball knowledge,
no
interest
basketball,
in any of it.
no interest. Yeah, no interest
Diehard
in
season
sports.
ticket holder for the
no
Iowa
interest in
Hawkeyes.
tractors. Yeah, now season ticket holder. She's covered from like
She's
head to
colored.
toe. Well, she's yellow. I could have said she's.
Oh my!
You got me laughing. Covered from head to toe in Hawkeye stuff.
Yeah, big Hawkeye
She
fan.
is like the dream catch now for the Thomas family, only compared to Joey.
Well, and what was
now Joey? You have her covered head to toe in Hawkeye stuff.
Well, and I think one of
you
the
have her drug across. No, I'm talking 2 states. You drag her into Indiana to go watch Caitlin Clark, and I know we'll talk about all this coming up. I mean, you got her going 2.5 hours. You guys drive for a game.
Yep.
And then you come home. Yeah, you're crackheads. That's a lot. That's a long drive just for the Hawkeyes.
I think one of the funniest stories when it comes to like Joey and Laura and their fandom for Iowa Hawkeyes is the first game that I took Joey to with my dad and Laura and B. Laura and Joey had the exact same outfit on.
Oh, you told me that.
Black vest, gold shirt under, like twins.
I think that was the first time I met her, right?
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
because
my
me and you
goodness.
had gone to a game previously together, but that was the first time you met my dad. That's the first time you met everybody.
No,
Oh,
that's
your
crazy.
dad-
Will, they say you marry your mom. Maybe you marry your stepmom. You know, girls who Joey's taken after.
At least that one's legal, kind of.
Girls like it. You don't marry them actually. You marry women like them. Never mind. Just go on.
I get sometimes a little worried with, people being adopted and people like not really knowing some sides of their families. Like there could be a chance that me and Joey are somewhat like intertwined, and like that's a weird thing.
No. Joey's very sweet, so I can nix that right away.
Are you saying that Laura's not really sweet?
No, Laura's sweet, but if you and Joey are not siblings, I can say that for sure. Like, there's no way you're related. Sorry, Joey. Sorry, Will.
Wow.
I know in this day and age, I just was told today, I have to say, which is a good thing, 5 positive things for every 1 criticism I have of my children.
Hey.
So apparently when I tell you suck, like 5 times I have to blow smoke up your butt.
Hey,
but
we have
I'm not doing that.
We have a no negativity rule in our friends group chat, so people are not allowed to say negative things. Otherwise, I kick them out of the group chat.
That's what
Otherwise, you do the negative thing. Otherwise, you're the one that does the negative thing.
Nope, we don't say negative things because there's too many negative things about people putting things down. We're going to talk positive about people's sports team,
It's
or
all
don't
love,
speak at
flowers,
all.
and rainbows
That's
and
why
kittens.
that's why the group chat was quiet after Monday night's NFL or yeah Monday night's Bears game because whew, brutal week one for the Bears. Great week one in the
Yeah, I fell
NFL
asleep.
season. But that season's just getting kicked off. But I want to talk
Right.
about a season that is wrapping up tomorrow. We're heading into the playoffs, and that is the WNBA, one of the hottest sports talks about in
Can
the
I do
last
this?
2 years. And a lot of
It's only
people,
been around for 2 years, right?
well, for 85% of the public, I would say probably they would think that. Caitlin
It'd
Clark,
be like 50.
phenomenal
What?
Iowa basketball player, has led the drive, I would say. But going along with her rookie class of Angel
Mm-hmm.
Reese and Cameron Brink and Rakia Jackson, and then you add in this year's rookie class, the WNBA is shooting in a direction that I don't think anybody has anticipated. And that's why there's a chance of a lockout with their new CBA, um, collective
What?
collective bargaining agreement. Um,
Oh,
with the
okay, go ahead.
what the league
Okay.
thinks and what the players association thinks are right wages and what should be getting paid based on I mean Caitlin Clark's salary a year is $81,000, so
I thought it was
No,
lower.
no.
yeah.
I thought it was 70 something.
Her after her year three,
Oh,
What?
yeah,
What?
her WNBA salary for for a season is 81 is between 77 and $81,000.
I don't know what to say about that because I got a lot I could say, but I know that we have to keep this G rated. So, and I was just about to go on a rant on how professional athletes have temper tantrums. I say, you go, girls. You cry, you kick, you spit, you get those nails out and go.
And
That is not.
that's the direction that possibly could be happening is a lockout because of where the league thinks they should pay players and where the players think they should get
Mhm.
paid based on the other revenue that's coming in from the league side based on what the players
Okay.
are doing.
So
But
now I have a question about that.
all right,
And I know Joey, so just a preemptive, you gotta tell me to be quiet because I'll bulldoze people because I got questions. William,
hit me.
okay. So is this too soon? Is it too soon for them to be throwing a temper tantrum, considering that the hype and everything it has been? I mean, Caitlin Clark just started in 2024. We're in her second season. She and I don't care what other people say because this is my opinion and I can have them. Is I didn't care about the WNBA. I didn't know. I thought it was like rec church ball. Who cares? Who goes to see it? The 10 people that were there, all the parents that could make it on that day, and they went. She brought in new eyes, and we now get to see all these great athletes, all the great athletes. There were a lot of great athletes in there that nobody may have ever paid attention to had for some reason we taken this attachment to Caitlin Clark. And people will take attachments to all the other players too. So I'm not saying that she's the best, but there was you just got attached to her, whether it was a story from Iowa, whatever. So my thing is we're not even done with year two. Are
Mhm.
we getting too high and mighty too early?
No, because I mean the collective bargaining agreement is up after this year.
But could they just lock them out? Could they just be like, yeah, that's fine. We'll just go back to the way it was. We don't need the new stadiums. We don't need the extra expansion team. We can just go back
But
to.
if there's a lockout, there's no basketball getting played.
I
So
know, but that's what I'm saying. Is it really a miss? Is it
uh,
really a miss in making money? Is it really a
from
miss?
there's no how do you make money if you don't have games? You don't have tickets.
Yeah, but are they making that much money?
You wouldn't have a league. Imagine if the NFL decided they weren't going to play football this season,
Well, NFL makes a lot of money.
but you wouldn't make any money.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though, is the WNBA, do they make enough money? Considering they don't make, yes, they wouldn't make no money if they, do they make enough money to be kind of putting the stop point at it? I'm just asking. I'm just wondering.
So like,
I'm a
do they make
naive
enough
player.
money to like cancel the league and
I'm a
never bring
fan
it
of
back?
WNBA now. What was that?
Like, I'm, are you asking like, do they have enough money to like not operate next year and like saved up in the bank to keep moving forward and maybe figure this out in 2 years?
No, I'm just saying if they don't have enough, do they have enough money? Like if they don't play, are people going to be sad?
I think yes.
Okay. Joey would be sad.
I would be sad.
I think, like you said, because of like they're on so much, like the audience has changed so much just in the last 2 years because
They
of
have, yeah.
everything. And this is
Yep.
the time to capitalize on it. That's why you see what four, Joey, correct me if I'm wrong, because you are our insider. Four new expansion teams.
I
Um,
think so.
Within the next 5 years. The league's growing. More players are going to be in the league because that's why with expansion teams, with new teams, more roster spots. So you're going to see more players that are in college playing on these teams. You're going to get more stories. You're going to get more connections. You're going to just be able to
Okay.
connect through the college ranks to the NBA or the WNBA ranks because the big difference between like college women's basketball and college men's basketball is after 1 year in college men's basketball, you can go to the draft. You can go to the NBA draft and get drafted.
Can't do that in women's?
No, you play all 4 years.
Well, that's not fair. Why do they do that for guys and not for girls?
I don't have an answer for that.
I wouldn't be surprised if that changes recently, like coming up.
You think it will? You think it'll be
Yeah.
part of the collective bargaining? See, I
Maybe.
remember the term.
But also you got to think here. Like I'm going to use you know Caitlin Clark as an example, just because she's the
Okay.
easiest one. There's plenty of others. Paige Beckers was one. Juju Watkins
Mhm.
is one. They make more money playing in college with all the new NIL stuff than they
Yeah.
do playing in the WNBA.
That's sad. That
So
sucks.
maybe this will change when they with this new collective bargaining agreement. But I think what it comes down to is, I mean, it's going to come down to money, and I think the players want to be paid
Mhm.
correctly. Um,
So what
and
are they asking for in wages?
I don't know.
I
No
would
one's
think
throwing out numbers.
minimum like $1 million.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I've heard thrown out there, but I
the
don't know.
Yeah.
problem is when
Okay.
they like, and Joey, I think would agree, is when you're trying to compare the WNBA and the NBA, it's comparing apples to oranges. It's a different league, different players. So when you hear that a league minimum in the NBA is $1.1 million, and you have your
Mhm.
star face of the league making 81,000, like people are like, whoa. But I think you got to
Yeah.
do percentage based, and you got to compare it like that. And I think that's all WNBA players want is they want to be compared, they want to be paid in a percentage comparison to what
Sure.
men basketball players are being paid in the NBA for what they do to that league and the face of
Yeah.
that league. Because at the end of the day, if there's no players, there's no league. And if there's no league, they're not making money. The league's out. Women
Hmm.
basketball players obviously have shown that they put together their own league in the offseason. Like Unrivaled is a 3-on-3 professional basketball league that is
Oh yeah, that's right.
completely funded by two WNBA players and their husbands. And those players who play in that league are getting paid more to play in Unrivaled than they get paid to play in their WNBA.
It's
And so
crazy.
I think a lot of these athletes, don't want to have to play 2 seasons. A lot of them play, the WNBA season, then they're going to Europe, they're going to China, they're going to
Are
Australia
they really? Okay.
because the salary, the money's not there. I mean, yes, for a person like us, $81,000 is enough to live on through out a year. Like we can make
Hmm.
that happen. But for a professional athlete who has that lifestyle, it's a little different than a common folk who, you know, lives in Macomb, Illinois. Like
Common folk.
like
Well,
that's
maybe they need to not live that lifestyle, but but in all fairness, that's not fair. And I understand. I mean, I understand it more. I didn't realize that
yeah.
they were negotiating anything.
Yeah, so we'll see
So,
what happens, but that kind of leads me into our first thing, and I think because our first thing I want to talk about is the Indiana Fever. Obviously, they have been, I would say, more the face and in the spotlight because they have Caitlin Clark on their team. Last year, I think you saw the rise. Fans, me and Joey have been to multiple Caitlin Clark now Indiana Fever
mhm.
games. One where Caitlin played, one where Caitlin didn't play, and the stadiums are packed no matter what with the number 22 jersey. But Caitlin Clark doesn't play for probably 2/3 of the season with that injury. Battled injuries deep in year two.
Mhm.
The Fever come in, they clinch a playoff spot, but they're down to the bottom. They came into the season as championship favorites. Do you consider this season a bust for the Indiana Fever? And do you think this might have an effect of them not probably competing for a championship this year on where they go moving forward or where the WNBA goes moving forward? Like, the WNBA, did they need Indiana to win a championship this year?
I'm passing to Joey.
I definitely think due to all the injuries and everything, it's definitely going to affect their playoff championship plan that they had. But I would say even from the beginning, they were thought to have been like this great team with all of the trades and everything. And I feel like they just weren't clicking in the beginning and they weren't playing as well as everyone had expected them to. And then with the whole Dewana Bonner situation and going back to Phoenix, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Phoenix, I think that just kind of threw a wrench in it. And so it's been kind of iffy from the beginning, even though they were supposed to have been this like mega team, like automatic championship, and it just was not
Mhm.
like that. So
Mhm.
I don't even
I
know if I
agree.
answered your question, but
Great. She's so full of, I'm just so proud of her. Aren't you so proud of her, Will? I mean, I remember your first date that you were, well, that I knew of, and she was making you paint. You were having wine, and I reminded you that it was football Sunday, and you're like, oh, don't worry, mother. We're watching football
No,
too.
it was a Hawkeyes game. It was a
Oh,
Hawkeyes
that's
game.
right.
It was an
It was a
Iowa
Hawkeyes
basketball
game.
game.
That's right. That's right. In high school, it was a Packers football game when that one girl gave me stink eyes. When I was like, why are you watching a rom-com? Packers football on it is on. Boo. Um, that's right. And when you're like, no, mom, she's good with it. I'm going to paint, drink wine, and she's going to watch basketball. I'm like, really? She might be a keeper if she can put up with you.
3.5 years later, here we are.
Yeah, here you are. I'm just so darn proud of her. She knows all sorts of stuff. I'm so proud of her. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to come from that. I just was introduced to the WNBA 2 year in 2024, watching Caitlin Clark and Angela Reese and
Angel Reese. We gotta get the
Angel.
name right.
That's the kind of WNBA fan I am. But I was watching the games. That yeah, I will say from an outsider, just kind of like a naive, I was totally thinking Indiana Fever would like take it and run and be the team. That's why it's such a bummer that Caitlin Clark's hurt, and they're saying she's done for this rest of the season.
Yep.
I mean, so she's not coming back.
Yeah.
Here's my conspiracy theory. What if she's pregos? No groin injury. Knocked up.
I think she would still play. There's been plenty of athletes who
Well,
play for.
sometimes. Well, the way she gets tackled and beat up on the floor,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that in my head when I was watching when I was recapping everything to educate myself for today. I was like, ooh, when they're like, because they were like, well, I just heard groin injury. That really, I mean, you got to be careful with that. I'm sorry, those injuries, they stay with you. They really do. I mean, I know she has a groin injury.
Yeah. I mean, I think
they hurt and you can't do crap and you re-pull them. It just sucks.
I think for Indiana, like from a franchise organization, this is not a bust of a season. I think, like Joey's mentioned, all the injuries. I mean, I think every single player you could name has had injuries. There's like 8 people out with knee injuries, ankle injuries, groin injuries. Like,
jeez, what are they doing to their players?
Well, it's just unfortunate events. You come down, you land wrong, and boom, there's your ACL. I mean,
yeah,
somebody breaks your wrist. You get hit, and you go down, you land on your boom, break your wrist, break your arm.
Yeah.
I would
So
say
from a
very inconsistent reffing as well that leads to those outcomes.
I
But
mean, I think that's been shared across the whole entire league as well.
That's true, Joey.
So from an organizational standpoint, inside Indiana, not a bust of a season. From a WNBA league standpoint,
sure,
this is a bust because not having Caitlin Clark, play takes away a lot of media time that used to be put on the WNBA. If you go back and do the research of how much talk was on the WNBA, and the Fever were not even close to being good last year, but just because Caitlin was playing all the time, Caitlin was, doing Caitlin things. There was the rivalry between her and Angel Reese. Now, go turn on SportsCenter, go turn on ESPN, and let me know when they talk about the WNBA, because I bet you there's some days they don't even touch it, and the league's still going on. There's still
but that's what I'm saying, Will, with these first of all, Angel Reese and I have something in common. I got my eyelashes done today. I get them permed, they're curled, so she has very long lashes. So I do Jessica. If anybody, she's one of my Jesses that in Milton. Phenomenal, does a phenomenal job. You get them permed, you don't get extensions. You get them curled, and then they grow, and they're very soft and natural, and they stay long. Her and I have eyelashes like that. So go back to what you were saying.
But
Angel Reese.
from a league's perspective, I think they needed the Fever to be good because that's I would say our national media does not do a good job at highlighting the other players that are in the league.
Hmm.
And with Paige Beckers unfortunately being on a really bad team, like they aren't even getting highlighted. And that's about, I mean, they don't have anything to highlight because they don't want to do the digging and highlight the other players that are so valuable to teams and so good in this league.
I'm,
And so from an
I'm asking AI.
huh?
So that's what I've been working on right here. I'm asking AI how much airtime has the WNBA have? I said, how much airtime did the WNBA have comparing 24 to 25? Uh, hmm. Hold on.
Folks,
Oh, the All-Star game. It was 2.2 million, a decline from 3.4 in 2024. Just to let you know.
guess who didn't play?
Caitlin Clark.
Correct. Also, I will say that's a weird stat to try to base this on because last year's All Star game was
Mm,
Team USA versus the All Stars, and it was competitive, and it was like pretty much a prep game for Team USA's women's basketball team to play in the
okay.
Olympics. And Caitlin Clark obviously played. This year was, I
That
mean,
game was such a joke this year. I turned it on and I had to turn it right back off. I thought it was going to be a real game and they were just throwing it, hoping for the best. I was upset.
Was it Church League? It was Church
Pretty
League
much.
basketball.
It was
That's
like
awesome.
first
it
shot
was
basket.
like open gym. That's not play defense. Everybody just take some shots and
Yeah.
shoot it from anywhere. It
That's,
was like
that's
shoot around.
open gym.
Yeah, it
I
was
want to
shoot
go
around.
back to the conspiracy point. I don't think she's pregnant, but I do think that they purposely did not release her like injury status throughout this whole previous, like the whole season up until literally a week ago
Yep.
because they wanted the ticket sales. I know
Correct.
we talked about this before. It's like nobody knew if she was going to go to the game. I mean, us included. We went to the game versus the Valkyrie in Indianapolis, and she just so happened to play. But I think that was like one of the last games that
Yeah.
she actually
Really?
played in.
She
But
was
then
she was always day to day.
yeah, it was like, who knows? So people would still show up and still buy tickets. And
Mm.
then coincidentally, right before the playoffs, it's, oh yeah, I'm out, guys. Sorry. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. To me, that's a little bit dirty, but I
Bait and
understand.
switch. Bait and switch.
I think I would
That's
agree with that conspiracy.
that's a good one,
Uh,
Joey. I can see that. I'm going to give you more stats here really quick though.
okay.
Just league-wide viewership. So this year, league-wide average viewership right now is 794,000 viewers per game. That's still a 21% increase from last year.
Yeah.
Get this. Last year, the average viewership was 657,000 viewers per game. That was the highest in 24 years. The league has been around for 24 years.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's where I'm talking about. Like, that's where I think they have to be careful with these negotiations. Now, they're on the upswing and everybody's loving the WNBA, but I don't know. I'll be honest. You take out Caitlin Clark, I don't know who else I'd really enjoy. I'd enjoy watching the women play. I think I think it would be really. It would not be a good thing
Well,
for
and I mean
all the players,
for you, I
everybody,
mean,
because there's a lot of great players. So,
I think some things you have to think about when it comes to why Caitlin Clark's effect is so big. First of all, she comes from the state of Iowa and she plays in the state of Iowa. There's zero professional teams in the state of Iowa.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you are a Hawkeye fan, and when you have a player at that generational talent, like you will
Uh-huh.
die on the fact that Caitlin Clark is a Hawkeye, and like you feel like I'm Caitlin Clark too. Like I have more Caitlin Clark jerseys in my closet than I have any other person I've ever owned
Yeah, yeah, you do. It's kind of
because it's
weird.
like
A little
I
weird.
feel I you connect. So like I think that's a huge thing when it comes to that.
True.
Reason probably you haven't heard of the WNBA. WNBA. First of all, you're from Wisconsin. There's no WNBA team. You
I
have
was
plenty.
gonna ask if we had one.
There's plenty of other professional sports, and the college
Mhm.
basketball in Wisconsin at the women's side is not good. And so there's nobody like that you're going to
No,
watch.
yeah.
Like, there's
We
no Badger players. You probably the only last time you've probably been to a women's basketball game with the Badgers was because I broadcasted it.
No, I think I went last year with Abby because tickets were like $5.
Okay, but you know what I mean? Like,
For real. And we were in like the 7th row. It was
Yeah, and
awesome.
me
So
and
we were
Joey
really
tried to
close
go
to
to
the
an
front.
Iowa game last year, and the tickets were 300. I mean,
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
so
Well,
that's where
well
that's where I
different.
think it's a little difficult to like, but we'll see what goes forward. We'll see what happens. I think what
Yeah.
that WNBA needs some WNBA products coming out of Iowa every single year, and it'll be fine. It'll keep
Well,
going.
but you're totally right, though. What it comes down to, really, what the catch is, if somebody would say it, is that you have a state that has nothing but college sports that they are crazy about.
Hmm?
And you have that. I mean, I bet you, I wonder if you look at like the breakout of how many people have tickets for Indiana Fever, how many come from Iowa. Like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
my
I bet
my dad did. My dad
I
drove
mean,
all the way across the state of Illinois to go to a game on a Wednesday afternoon.
don't let your dad's boss know that. Oh, wait, that's right. He is the boss. That's fine.
I
He made
mean,
his
My
own
we
schedule.
did.
question is, what is happening with all of this money that they've made in the past 2 years? They're talking about paying their players. I feel like they've had to have made so much more money with tickets, with
You, yeah.
sponsorships, with everything. Like,
I
where
mean,
is
but
that
you got to. I
going?
mean, there's so many people to pay.
And
And
do
why
you,
expand when you can barely pay the players that you have?
But
good point, Joey.
the money that they're talking about, and the biggest thing is coming from the media deals. Because
Oh,
where was WNBA games on TV before, you know, Caitlin Clark?
yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
could
no.
tell me. I could have no idea. Now you got WNBA games on Ion every Friday night. Amazon Prime's got it. ESPN and ABC got 3 games a week, and they got double headers, triple headers. Like that's where the media money is coming from, and that's the
Okay.
part like they want like people need to negotiate because they're way more valuable to TV now. It's the same
Hmm.
reason why the NBA has switched to different places. Football, NFL, where have they switched? Everybody, baseball, the Big Ten. Like look at Coda College, look at the Big Ten media deal and what they're paying. The TV providers are paying to have their sports on. You know what I mean? That's the money is
So
like
that's where the
okay,
money's going to come from.
yeah, that's the money
Yeah.
to pay more
So
players
you're not looking
because
at ticket sales. You're not looking at shirts as much as you're looking at getting the
yeah,
media, having ABC, Prime, whatever to pay
ticket
to
sales
air
help,
the game.
ticket sales help, merchandise sales help,
Yeah,
but at
but
the end of
it
the day, you
doesn't.
still got to play your workers, you got to pay your stadium. You got to
Yeah,
pay your. I mean,
got to keep the lights on.
there's a reason. I mean, you have now the ability to go play in a bigger arena, sell more tickets.
Hmm.
Like,
But they're
Yeah.
paying the same people at a game if they were before Caitlin Clark. You still have to have the same amount of people to operate.
correct,
Unless you go to a bigger place. Maybe, you know what, Joy? They're probably all pocketing the money, running with it.
but
I'm thinking that they had to, how many years did they have to borrow money to
well, and
keep it
that's I mean,
afloat?
yeah.
And that's where I'm thinking is like, there's probably a lot of, it's kind of like when you look at high school football and people get all wound up about how much high school football has boosters and blah, 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 blah. Well, high school football brings in across the nation, typically brings in the most in ticket sales. So they're going and they help float some of the other sports sometimes, depending on where the school's getting their money from and the funding from the state. And there's all sorts of other things that go into it. But I'm wondering if that's part of it.
Well, and take a look, the WNBA, they used to fly their teams for away game used to fly commercial. Like they could be on the same plane as me and you.
That's so Joey. Wouldn't that have been awesome? You got on a
I
Delta
did
flight.
I did fly on the same plane as the Chicago Sky head coach when I went to LA.
But like
So
so teams used to fly commercial, now they can fly private. So
it's
That's awesome.
awesome.
some of that
Well,
some of that
there's some
money's like
money.
some of that money's going and getting spent so the players are actually treated like professional athletes.
Players. Yeah.
So
And they deserve that.
yeah.
They deserve. We went through all this in women's soccer years ago when they
Correct. I
were,
mean, it's the
yeah,
same
I
thing.
mean, but who knows? I mean, I don't know the outcome of that. And I know it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
You want to get up here? Come
Is
here.
that Chuck again?
Charlie
Is
Chuck's
she
went
trying
to
back?
to
visit you.
Chuck's trying to come and join the show. Well, Mabel's getting up here.
Rock?
Okay, you guys keep talking. I'll introduce this while I get these two back downstairs.
What are
Uh,
we introducing?
the next topic is the counter half to Caitlin Clark's, dynamic duo, and that's Angel Reese.
The
The rivalry
dynamic
that
duo.
they have built that really has turned the WNBA. Angel Reese made some interesting comments though to the media in her media session last week, saying that this team needs to bring in good players. They're not doing that, and if I have to, I'm going to get myself out of here to go play for a better team. During the season still going on, so I'm going to get these dogs and move them, and get them back
Where are you
downstairs.
going to put them?
Back downstairs.
We can't put them by Joey.
Because they need to be out of here. But you guys discuss what needs to be.
All right, Joey. Talks amongst yourself. No. So I was trying to find this. First of all, this quote, this whole the negative comment is really hard to find now.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no idea this happened. I thought that this was all about maybe her saying something about Caitlin Clark's injury. So I was Googling that. And then I was watching ESPN and saw that she's now suspended for half a game.
Yeah.
Because of her comment, but didn't really capture. I captured her apology saying that it was taken out of context, but I did not capture actually what she said fully. Did you get to hear that?
I don't think I have, no.
Okay.
But I have a pretty strong opinion on that because I feel like the dogs are gonna go crazy down here now.
I see him in the background. Oh, there's Will.
But I feel like if it was a man that made that comment and a man that said that to a reporter, then he would have every right in the world to stand up for himself and stand up for his team. But because it's Angel Reese, it's negative and it's
well, and they have. I mean, they have said that same thing. They have said that if we don't start getting players in here, then I'm going to start looking. I have not, and Will would be able to set us straight on this, but I have never heard of one of them getting suspended for half a game for ever saying anything like that. So I think that was over the top. I think she has every right to have her opinion and be frustrated. Mm-hmm. I don't think that they should have. I think that was going too far. And that right there looks at the inequality of the NBA versus the WNBA. And the way that they're treating the players. Will, we're about to get on a feminist soapbox. You better get ready.
I want to hear what did we say? What did we say about it?
I said that I think it was taken too far because it was Angel Reese that made the comment. But if it was any NBA player, any man, athlete that is standing up for his team, standing up for himself and wanting better in his career, then it would be completely okay and everyone would be supportive.
Okay,
it would just be a frustration.
One thing. She wasn't standing up for her team. She wasn't standing up. She was saying that her team is not good enough for her. Her teammates are not good enough for her. The team and the organization are not good enough for her. This team is not good enough for what she should be playing at. It was not I'm standing up for my team. It was, so you got to take it from that perspective. If you're her teammate and she's in the media saying, the people on this court are not good, I don't want to play with them. I don't think we should play with them. Like from a team, like that's a violation of team rules. And I would argue that there have been NBA players and there have been men's players that have been suspended for that same thing. Angel Reese got a half a game suspension. Half a game.
Right. Well, half a game, okay, that's fine. But I want to know, because I agree. So Joey's the point Joey was making is that if this was a man saying and being frustrated, that he would not, that it would be, because I've seen this before in press conferences, coaches not saying it, but players saying it. And I'm trying to think of who was it recently. It had to be NBA or maybe it was NFL. Stating that they were frustrated and that the team was not up to par, up to their standards. Now you're saying that they have gotten suspended?
And I mean, I think it's how you look at it. I mean, having somebody say this team's not where we need to be, this team's not up to standards, is a lot different than saying the players that are on my team, pretty much saying my teammates are not good, and if they don't replace these players, then I'm leaving.
I need the exact quote because a lot of times, it can be read one way to what it's actually.
I agree. I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah,
pull it up because she was saying her words. Now the biggest cop out anybody can say is that, and this happens depending on, she was actually at a press conference saying this. This wasn't like a typed quote, right?
This is recorded.
So when people say things, she's talking with passion. She's frustrated. Women are emotional. Men are emotional. Women, we get a little emotional, maybe a little cray-cray sometimes when we do get emotional. We say things we might want to take back, but she's not God on wheels I don't understand why she would degrade her team the way she did. And she maybe didn't even realize what she was saying. She said it got taken out of context. I think that's the biggest cop out, people, when they know suddenly that something has been said and is like, oh crap, I really said something wrong. They're like, well, that was taken out of context. I was saying it with a smiley emoji. It's like,
So,
Was it a
no,
press
you're
or
mad.
was it
Own it.
written in like a news article?
it was a quote taken from her mandatory weekly media availability. And this was the
Okay.
quote. I'm not settling for the same SHIT we did this year. We have not we have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best, and however I can help to get there, get the best here. That's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best because we can't settle for what we have this year.
I don't think she should have been suspended for that.
But take it from as a teammate. You know, if you're her teammate and she's going and saying
Well,
we
I would
have
be
to get
mad. I
the
would say, why do you think you're God's gift? Do you think everybody just comes to watch you?
yeah,
I mean, they
but
come to watch the
so then
team.
take so you don't think she should be
I
suspended.
am getting
You're
frustrated.
you're
You're right.
you would if
I'd
you're
say a
her
full
team
game.
if you're a teammate you'd be frustrated. Don't you think there's like the reason she got suspended was because of a violation of team rules? Like the organization suspended her. The league didn't suspend her. Like there wasn't any.
Violation of team rules because she was talking negative.
They
Well, she should
decided that
know the rule that for every one negative thing she says, now she has to say 5 positive things to every single teammate.
yeah. And
Get
Get
the
so
going, Angela.
apology to her teammate.
Angel.
yeah, and
I
I
like
think
calling her
like
Angela.
I think it was a lot of frustration. They've had a bad year. She's been injured for part of it. Um, I think it's just I think it's a learning opportunity for her. Sometimes you just have to have the, media political answer, I would say, of just like, yeah, we're trying our
Mm.
best. We're getting out there. I love my team. Like even if you don't believe it, like, I'm going to do my job to try to attract some.
What's so wrong with just and I get it that she shouldn't have torn her team down. But what's so wrong with being frustrated with your teammates? I guess the whole thing is you praise in public, punish in private. I had a
Yeah.
CFO tell me that once. So that's basically what they're saying is and the league violation, I get it. I guess you got to have rules like
Well,
that,
it's not
but
a league violation. It's a
not a
team
league, not a league, it's
organization.
an organizational violation. But I mean, I guess so in public, she should have said, I'm frustrated with the way we're playing as a team. I'm frustrated with the caliber of our play. Like she should have kept it more generic and then behind closed doors, tell all the girls to go jump.
I think she should have said, I think the whole quote about like I don't want to I'm not settling for how this year and like not settling for this SHIT this year, but I
Mm-hmm.
think where she got herself in trouble is we have to get good players because she's
Yeah,
pretty much
that
saying that
doesn't sound
none of
good.
her teammates are good professional basketball players.
Yeah,
And
that comes off
that's
See
where
wrong.
you
that
get like a team. And I mean, I think she meant it as like there's not a superstar, on the sky. I
Mm-hmm.
want to get that superstar. I want to bring that player that can make that impact. That's what she wanted. But when you say we need to get good players, we need to get great players, it comes across to teammates, to the media as okay, so you don't think any of the players on your team are good enough to be here.
I
You
see that as like a coaching staff like admin critique more so than players. I don't know, because I feel like if it was anybody else besides Angel Reese, it would be, oh, look at this person. They're so real. They're speaking their truth. But because it's Angel, it's,
well, I
oh,
mean,
Mm.
you're talking
I
negatively or
think that's
something.
something she needs to like I would agree. I think this a comment like this get escalated because it is Angel Reese and she has portrayed in taking on the villain persona since her days
I
at
think that stinks.
LSU.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I agree. And so is this just another chapter in her persona of like being the villain in like I don't know. I don't think from coming
Sure.
from a like an athletic standpoint, like that's not the right time to say that. It's not the right place to say that. It's not the right thing to say. Like handle things behind closed doors. If you have frustrations, talk them out behind closed doors, but don't air your dirty laundry to the media.
Yep,
They
yep.
will
There,
take it
yeah.
and take it and run.
That's
So
I'm
the
gonna find dirty laundry from press releases every week now and share it with you guys and get your opinion because I bet it'll be different than Angel Reese.
I hope I agree. But no, her suspension, okay, let's be serious.
Mhm.
She was suspended half a game and then ruled out the second half a game for a back injury. So was she really ever going to play in that game? I don't think so.
You think she's really injured?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't play when we went there.
That's true.
Okay.
So, team suspension on a game you weren't even going to play in
That's okay.
was the
That's the
suspension.
best. That's the
Prove a
best
point.
suspension ever. It's
Yeah.
like when you get suspended in high school and you have to take it. It's like, well, join a sport and then drop out. So you join a sport you don't want to be a part of. You have to sit out the first game and then
Yeah.
you just drop.
Yeah. So,
Not that we would let any of you kids do that.
nope, no
Commitment
quitters.
is a
But
commitment.
that takes
No
us to
quitters.
the most important segment of the show, and that is Mom's segment. Take it away, Mom.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to be honest. Today has been a crazy puppy day because, as you know, Rocco got his nuts cut off on Monday.
Hmm.
And so he is not following any of the rules. He is crazy, like literally jumping up, going. So all day long, all I've been doing is taking care of the dog and trying to work. And then I had to go get my Angel Reese eyelashes done so her and I could be twinning. But okay, so I do have a segment that I wanted to do.
Okay.
It's going to be good.
Okay.
All my segments are good. But it's called Oh Billy.
Oh, Billy.
Oh Billy. Now, you have to guess. Now, this is in honor of Bill Belichick's first win this past weekend against Charlotte
Yep.
with North Carolina, okay? And his press conference. Did you see his press conference?
No.
Okay. So, Will, you got to watch the little guy now. So in his press conference, he was asked about banning Patriot scouts from the
Oh,
Patriots
yeah. I
at his
did see that
organization,
he
and
banned any
NC.
personnel from the Patriots at North Carolina stuff because they have banned him from anything else.
Yes,
Yeah.
isn't that awesome? I love it. That is total. Now your dogs are attacking Joey.
I
That's
know.
what's happened here.
I know. That's why I'm
Josephine,
upstairs.
poor thing.
Bye.
So okay. So what I have is some great because Bill Belichick, the press, he just did it. They just annoyed the crap out of him.
Yeah.
I got some great Bill Belichick quotes, and you have to tell me what he was talking about,
Okay.
what the subject
This is
was.
an interesting segment with Joey because I don't know if she even knows who Bill Belichick is.
All I know is that he has a girlfriend that's probably younger than me.
She's older than you by 1 year, I think.
Okay.
She's 24.
I'm
She goes to school at North Carolina. That's why he can coach. She gets a discount now. She goes for free. Just kidding.
They got her on they got her on scholarship.
She's the water girl for the football team. Okay, anyways. She's very cute, but it's like his granddaughter, so kind of gross. Okay, ready?
Yep.
First quote. You have to tell me what it's about. I'm not on Snapface, and I don't care what they put on InstaChat.
Oh, that's got to be about players posting stuff on social media.
It's his remarks on social media. Okay, now you have to tell me about this topic. What he's talking about. Yeah, I named it 8 Rings, and we had to get a bigger one.
That's his boat.
Yes, that's his boat he's talking about. He's talking about his boat. Okay.
My guesses here are not going to be appropriate, so I might just.
That's okay, Joey. As long Will can edit you.
Don't worry,
Okay.
Nana will say something. Nana will say something. She might kiss you on the lips again.
Oh, Nana! I had to tell Nana this past weekend. She was giving us huggies and kisses, and I said, "Don't kiss my husband on the lips again." I'm not gonna do that. I said, "Oh, you try every time. Kiss my husband on his lips." Okay, those Sicilians. All right. I've seen that magazine before. It was sitting underneath my coffee table to keep it from wobbling. What is he talking about?
I want to say it's some probably nudie magazine, but I think
I was going to say Playboy.
I think it's probably like some
At a press
lifestyle. I
conference?
think it's actually probably some like lifestyle magazine or like home goods
It's
magazine.
illustrated.
It was when he was asked about Tom Brady appearing in a fashion magazine. That's funny.
That's a
That
good.
there's funny. Okay, next one. Nothing's more important than the Army, except the Navy.
Oh, that's when Army played Navy and he was a guest picker or he was on the Pat McAfee show, one of the two.
Yep, that was on his love for the Navy. Okay, if you sit back and wait for something to happen, it'll never happen, except a punt. If you wait, that'll probably happen.
That is like coaching philosophy.
Yeah, that's on adjusting game plans. Okay, here's another great one. I'm not a meteorologist.
Is that someone asked him like a question probably like, "Hey, it's probably going to rain on Sunday. What are you going to do differently?" I'm not a
Yeah.
meteorologist.
Yep. um, less volume, more quality.
That's probably the quantity over quality, like a quantity over quality thing. But he just did it like backwards.
That's on his football strategy again.
Oh,
And then let's see. Stats are for losers. The final score is for winners.
that's probably somebody asking him a question about somebody's personal stats. It'd be like Tom Brady threw for 375 yards and 4 touchdowns, but they probably lost the game. And he's like, personal stats are for losers, final scores for winners.
Yep.
Thank
Yep,
you.
that was on his take on analytics versus stats. And let me see if let's see if there's any more. They have a quote here: "To live in the past is to die in the present." It's the ultimate Belichick mindset. No resting on trophies, only the next game. Okay, that was my segment. It wasn't as long as some of my other ones, but that is a tribute to the great Bill Belichick and his phenomenal, phenomenal
You didn't
press
even watch the
conference
game.
quotes. What?
Did you even watch this game
I watched the highlights. No, I didn't watch the game. Why would I watch the game? I don't care what they do.
for Bill?
His press
Bill.
conference. He's funny. I'll probably
For
watch it now
Bill.
this upcoming year
Do it for
Why is he coaching college now?
because
he can't
nobody
get
will
a job in
hire
the
him for
NFL.
NFL.
He wants to be employed.
He just wants to be employed.
He did
He
it for
took
his
a
kid,
year off,
actually.
right?
He did it for his kid.
Maybe he just wants to find more girlfriends, and that's the perfect
No,
place to go.
he did it for his kid because his kid's a defensive coordinator for North Carolina, and so when Bill retires, his kid can slide right in and have his first head coaching job.
Oh, that's smart.
The things
Us
that the
parents,
things that dads do for you.
I
for the
wouldn't know.
kids. Joey's got some hate words there.
Shots fired.
So 5 positive things. Joey, you're awesome. Joey, you're awesome. Joey, you're awesome.
Joey,
Joey,
you're
you're
great.
awesome. Joey, you're awesome. 5 positives. No, it's
Well,
really
good
good.
segment, Mom. I like that. That one was fun. That was a good
That
one.
was good. I just think he's so funny because he's so sarcastic.
Yeah.
He just doesn't care. His one word answers. Okay. All
I
right.
still not
Next week
great.
will be better. It
Not
was
as
quick. It
great
was
as
brief.
the Marshawn Lynch press conference for mandatory media when he stated every single question with the answer, "I'm just here so I don't get fined," and
So
that's
great.
fantastic.
That is the best, isn't it?
So, well, we move in back into our final segment, the one and only segment that actually matters because bragging rights are on the line, and Will is once again growing a pretty decent sized lead. After
Are
last,
you really?
Mom
I
got
gotta
2 points
practice.
based on Illinois and the Buffalo Bills winning. She lost on the Detroit win, the Bears win, and the Iowa Hawkeyes win. So she
I
got 2 points.
know.
Will Thomas got
I
4 points because he got the Green Bay cover for 2 points and the Illinois cover for 2 points. And our guest picker, Caden Strentz, got 3 points. So he's in the lead as guest pickers. Joey, this is how it works. I'm going to give you 2 teams, 2 football games, college or NFL. You have 4 options to pick. You can pick.
two. Why are we only doing 2 games?
I said 5 games.
Oh, I thought you said 2.
No, 5 games.
So
Four options.
Sorry, I jumped
Relax
on your
there.
throat.
Relax there, Ty. Okay. 4 options.
Woo,
You can
fix
pick
my hair.
the favorite to win for 1 point. You can pick the favorite to cover the spread for 2 points. You can pick the underdog to cover the spread for 1 point, or you can pick the underdog to win the game for 3 points. Does that make sense?
Maybe.
I just threw my pen.
I just trust him, Joey, but then when he wins every week, I start to get a little bit questionable. Like I want to see the data. I want to see the spreadsheet. But I am
little
tracking
AI
on
friend.
Call your AI friend. Throw it in there. Willie T. So my Illinois win and my Bills win were each 2 points.
1 point.
They were just 1 point?
Because they were the favorite.
Oh, dang it.
You know, I just dropped the pen and I don't know where it went.
It's in your shirt.
Just
Just kidding. He looked. It's in your hat.
Isn't there more like right in front of your face?
I found a different one. I got a different one. So we're gonna start in the NFL. I got 2 NFL games this week and 3 college, as I did 2 college last week and 3 NFL. So we're flipping it up. All right.
Okay.
The first one is the Broncos, and they're 1-0. My survivor pick from last week. Let's go. I'm a survivor. Travel to Indianapolis to take on the Colts as 1.5-point favorites on the road.
I probably will go with the Broncos. I haven't heard much about the Colts. I forgot they were even a team for a moment here. You said
Colts
the
had a
Colts. I'm like, oh yeah, that's
Colts
right.
had a great win last week. They blew
Is
out.
Peyton still playing for him?
Yeah, he is.
Is Russell still at the Broncos?
So, Mom,
Okay.
you're just gonna go with the Broncos to win, or
Yeah, they're picked to be the winners. I'm going to go with them as the winners.
okay, not to cover the spread, just to win.
What's the spread?
1.5 points.
So they have to cover it by 1.5. At least they can go more than 1.5.
Yeah,
They
so
could cover it by a field
they'd
goal.
have to, if you pick them to cover, they have to win the game by 2 or more
I'm
points.
going to pick them to cover. I got to make up some points. So I got to pick them to win and cover, which they would do. Which would be how many points? 2?
2 points.
Such a scam.
Joey?
Can I pick the Colts to cover?
Yep.
Wow, what is she doing? You're going against Joey, getting ballsy. I don't know about
that
this.
means they can still win. Or the Broncos can still win. The Colts just have to cover.
What? How come she understands this better than I do? What have you done to her, Will? How come she understands sports gambling better than I do?
Am I right?
And she's been in sports for like 3 years.
I've taught her how to gamble.
I gamble. Right? That's right?
Correct.
Yeah.
The Colts could cover the spread of 1.5, and Denver could win the game. Denver would have to win the game by 1 point for that.
Yeah.
But that could happen. I am taking.
Wow, I applaud you, Joy. Will, she's good. Joy, you are awesome.
I know.
I am jumping the Colts to win outright as an underdog for a chance at 3 points today in game 1. Taking the Colts to win.
Why? Why do you say that? What intel do you have?
I don't have
Just
any
because they're playing at home?
other than Denver did not look good at home last week against Tennessee, and Danny Dimes scored on like his first 7 drives or something insane. It was freaking phenomenal how well he played last week. And they're still in Indianapolis, so I'm not going to choose a road team that's favored. Give me the home team. Big home team guy.
Man, okay. But how many points can you get for that? 3?
3.
Dang it.
So.
Oh, you said 2. I think we're cheating.
No. If it's the underdog that wins, then they automatically cover the spread if the underdog wins. So then you get 3 points.
Yeah.
So does that mean you're picking the Colts for your survivor pick?
No.
Double
Doesn't have that much confidence.
Not doubling down. I didn't see no 11 come up on the blackjack table today, okay? The second game is a Super Bowl rematch. The Philadelphia Eagles in their 1-0 start head to the 0-1 Kansas City Chiefs. Philly is 1.5-point favorites in Kansas City.
Really? I'm picking Kansas City to win and cover.
Me too.
Sorry. I really want the Eagles to do it, but I got to go for the points now.
Team Taylor Swift.
Unfortunately.
No. How many times? Let's do side bets. How many times do you think they're going to show her? Because she's got the new ring. They're going to show her. Do you think over under 10, Joey?
Under.
That's okay. They didn't even show her 6 times in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because everybody knew. Everybody knew that there were bets and odds out there. They weren't going to show her. They were told not to show her. But now she's got a new ring. I'm going to do new numbers, Joey. Over under 6. We'll go with Super Bowl. Over under 6. You think they're going to show her more or
Under.
less? Under 6? I'm saying over 6.
The line should be over under a half.
Yeah. I'd go over.
A half? What?
Yeah. Does anybody even know if she's at the game? I'm taking Kansas City to win too, so no points going to be able to get made up there, Mom. Nice try.
Wait, time out. So Taylor is 6.5. So you're saying I have to say over under 6.5?
Well, that's the line you said.
You can't show her half a time. You got to only show her. You either show her 6 times, or you don't, and you push if it's 6.
You push if it's 6.5. So
if it's 6, you lose. If it's 7, you win.
That's why there's a half point.
Yeah,
but I already made the number 6. So if they don't show her 6,
you made the number 6.5 times.
But what if it's exactly 6?
Then you push.
It's like a tie.
You don't get anything.
We're playing soccer out here. We have ties.
I hate soccer. How do you tie in a game of sports? I don't get it.
I'm gonna tell you, but you guys get back to me with your choices.
Okay, she says less than 6. I say more than 6.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the
6
next
is the number, Joey. If she ends up being 6, it's a push.
We're jumping to college football. Some good college football games this week. This one's going to take place down in Atlanta, Georgia, in the ACC. Clemson, the Tigers, head to Georgia Tech to take on the Yellow Jackets. Clemson is 2.5-point favorites.
I'm going to say Clemson is going to win.
Okay, you're taking them just to win for 1 point.
No, I'm going to take them. I got to take them to cover now, too. I got to make up some points.
For 2.
For 2. Okay.
Joey?
I have to pick Georgia Tech for Maya.
To win or to cover?
Both.
Oh, man.
It's okay. My points don't add up. This is a one-time thing for me. I'm going all out.
Yeah, but we're gonna make a standings of all our guest pickers.
It's do or die.
So I have to beat Caden?
Yep. He only got 3 points. Not that hard.
He beat me. Hey, he beat me. I only got 2.
Like I said, not that hard. I'm taking Georgia. I'm taking Georgia Tech to cover the spread just for 1 point of 2.5.
Okay. All
so
right.
the second game in the college slate that we're picking from will take us to good old Rocky Top in Knoxville, Tennessee, as Georgia travels to Tennessee for a nice, good old-fashioned SEC matchup on Saturday. Georgia comes in as 3.5-point favorites on the road. What do we do?
What's the spread?
3.5. So if you pick Georgia to win, they have to win the game. If you pick Georgia to cover, they have to win by 4+ points.
I don't remember who the other team was.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Good old Rock it up, Tennessee.
Hey, Chuck.
I need points, so I want to pick Tennessee, but it sounds like Georgia Tech's going to win, so I'm going to do Georgia.
You're picking Georgia. You literally said Georgia Tech, and that's not who's playing. Georgia's playing.
I know, that's why I stopped myself. I'm like,
all right,
Georgia Tech.
What Tennessee? What Tennessee?
The Tennessee?
There's so many schools in Tennessee. Just say the name, dude.
University of Tennessee.
Okay, thanks.
Joey, it's a valid question. Thank you.
The one with the big T on their helmets.
University of Wisconsin. Which one?
Exactly. I pick Tennessee.
2.
Do everything.
Okay.
Do it all. So you're picking the underdog.
Yeah.
No, I'm picking the underdog.
You're picking Tennessee to win too, Mom?
No, I'm
You pick
picking Georgia.
to win or to cover?
Both.
So, okay, to cover. They're 3.5-point favorites. So you get
Okay.
possible points.
2 possible points only?
Yeah, because they're the favorite.
Okay.
Why are we not making bets on the Western Illinois University first home football game on Saturday?
Because the team we're playing lost to a Division III school last week.
Easy points.
I'm taking Tennessee to cover at home. So they're gonna lose
And
by
we
one.
have an insider. You can get fired for doing this.
No, there's no money transaction right now.
Mm.
The final game takes us out west in the Southwest to go to Arizona, as Kansas State takes on the Wildcats of Arizona. And KSU, Kansas State, comes in to the state of Arizona as 1.5-point favorites.
I gotta do K-State. I always do K-State.
No. What are you doing? You taking them to cover the 1.5 or just to win?
Taking them to cover and win.
Okay. Joey?
Isn't covering winning?
Yeah, but you get more points. No, because you can win because the covering, what is it, 2.5, you said?
1.5.
One
So
and a
they
half.
have to
Okay.
win by 2?
Yep.
Yeah. So if they win by 1, I lose.
I'll do that.
You want Kansas State?
Yeah. I've been there once.
Nice.
I know
That's
zero
where I
information
go.
about either one. I know zero information about either one of these teams other than Kansas State did not look good in week 0 over in Ireland. So I'm going to take Arizona to win on the
Really?
home.
He
I
has
have.
this like insider research.
It's
Oh,
not.
he
It's not
he
fun if we
knows
take the
all this
same.
stuff.
It's not fun if we take the same picks. Then no one can make ground. There's nothing to talk about. I'm in the lead. I could do copy mom every single week, and she never wins.
That's funny.
No, I toss it up. But now I got this upcoming week, I got to get serious. For week 4, I
Yeah.
got to get serious.
Maybe I'll let
how
you pick
much
the
am I
games.
losing by?
You can pick the games for the next episode.
Yes. Oh, kick ass, kick butt, kick tushy.
Good thing I put
Okay.
this not for kids, but our picks
Wait,
are in.
time out. Where are we at for points, you and I? I want total points right now.
Mom, after last week, you are at 10 points.
Okay.
I am at 13 points.
Okay, so I am not far behind.
Correct.
We have a couple that we didn't pick the same, so I could smoke you this upcoming week.
Yeah, yes, this could be a big week for both of us. So, well,
right.
That wraps up this latest episode 5.
Well, no, 4, I think.
No, 5.
I think it's 4.
5.
Because this is week 4 picks.
We didn't do picks.
It's 4.
We didn't do picks the first week.
Okay, then it might be 5. Why are you asking me? I didn't take my what is it? Primogen something?
You didn't take your brain medicine today? Your brain's not switched on?
The memory pill.
Lift up the flap and hit the on switch?
Just kidding.
Well, I'm about to hit the off switch on this podcast as we get ready to wrap things up. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Once again, Joey Rios joined us. And once again, we'll have another guest on next week. And
what? Why do we keep doing this?
We appreciate everything that you have brought to today's conversation. This has been episode 5 of Bleacher Talk.